apples. Do you like them? Well, we got her number. How you like them apples? Sorry. Just a quick relevant Goodwill Hunting quote, but seriously, how much do you really know about the doctor-defying fruit? Today, we're going to go through a bunch of cool facts about apples. But first, take a bite out of ignorance and subscribe to our channel to get more knowledgeable about everything from fruits to weight loss. Also, hit that notification bell as well so you never miss our new videos. First, let's examine the history of apples. Apples have been around humans since, well, it seems like forever. Take the fact that the Greek, Norse, and Abrahamian mythologies all talk about apples. In the Bible, Adam and Eve are tricked into eating the sacred fruit and are booted out of the Garden of Eden. One of Hercules' 12 tasks was to retrieve a golden version of the fruit. Finally, some say that the Norse gods were given their powers thanks to apples. But where did apples come from? VegParadise.com says that the apple tree may have been the first one that humans ever cultivated, and that the first genus of apples may have originated in eastern present-day Turkey. But wait, there's more. According to On Apples, apples have existed as a wild fruit since prehistoric times and have been cultivated for more than 3,000 years. The ancient Greeks, Etruscans, Romans, and Egyptians were among early cultivators. Since then, apples have remained extremely popular. In fact, the University of Illinois said that 7,500 varieties of apples are grown throughout the world, with 2,500 varieties of apples that are grown in the United States. But which one of those varieties is the most popular? Well, today, we'll talk about some of the different kinds of apples, ranked based upon popularity in the United States. For this video, we'll be consulting OpenFit and their stats on the very popular fruit. Number 10. Empire. Like the people from the place where they were introduced, New York, these apples have some thick skin. This cross between Red Delicious and McIntosh is also crisp and juicy. OpenFit describes it as an everyman's apple. Number 9. Honeycrisp. These babies are supposed to be cold weather apples, and it's a good thing too, cause in the US they're grown in Minnesota. OpenFit describes their flavor profile like this. Keeps things simple with a light overall flavor profile that's more sweet than tart. It's also juicy and moderately crunchy. Number 8. Pink Lady. Firm, crunchy, with a tart flavor that finishes sweetly. It's easy to see why this darling of an apple made it into the top 10 of most popular apple varieties. Number 7. Braeburn. This is a complicated apple from a complicated part of the world, New Zealand. OpenFit describes them as boasting textbook apple flavor and balancing sweet and tart, along with faint notes of nutmeg and cinnamon. Ooh la la, fancy! Number 6. Fuji. Bet you can't guess where this Fuji is from. Here's a hint. It's named after a famous mountain from this country. Got it yet? That's right, it's Japan. But how do these popular Japanese apples taste? Well, let the folks down at OpenFit answer that. Dense, crisp, and generally regarded as the sweetest of all varieties. So, if you're looking for a sweet apple, the Fuji is right for you. Number 5. Granny Smith. You know these ones. They're bright green. They're in your face. They're the Granny Smith. As opposed to the sweet Fuji, OpenFit describes these as such. If you're into tartness, this bitter old bird is your go-to. It's crisp, juicy flesh, however, does sweeten with storage. So if you want sweet but prefer a different colored apple, then keep some Granny Smiths lying around for a while. Number 4. Gala. Apparently, these New Zealand apples have gained some popularity in recent years. They're described by OpenFit as tasting like this, with pinkish orange striping over a gold base. Its skin is thin, concealing a crisp and juicy flesh That's fragrant and fairly sweet. Number 3. Golden or yellow delicious. Now we're getting to the nitty-gritty. The top 3 most popular apples in the United States. OpenFit tells us that this apple is mild and sweet. The flesh is juicy, but taste-wise isn't all that different from the... And we'll stop there. We don't want to reveal the most popular apple just yet. Number 2. McIntosh. Did you know that this is what Steve Jobs named his company after? Let's see if their flavor profile describes the company at all. OpenFit says that, with a soft skin and softer flesh, the McIntosh strikes a level balance between sweet and acidic. Never tasted an iPhone, but we're sure they wouldn't be described as sweet and acidic. And here we go. The most popular apple in the United States is... Number 1. Red Delicious. Here it is, Bestie viewers. The most popular apple in the United States. We'll let OpenFit close this list with their flavor profile of the apple. After generations of breeding for longer shelf life and cosmetic stability, call it vanity ripeness, the flavor has largely been cultivated out of the Red Delicious. It now has a thick skin, a one-note sweet flavor, and an often crumbly texture. Kinda strange. Alright, so now let's talk about whether or not apples are good or bad for weight loss. The people at Healthline have a great take on the facts about apples in relation to your health. So let's look at the good and the bad about apples. The good. Number 1. Apples have a low calorie density. The people at Healthline have gracefully reported that when you eat an apple, you shouldn't expect to get a lot of calories. This is because, according to the health website, apples contain a whole lot of water. In fact, they report to us that one medium-sized apple consists of about 85% water. Water-rich foods are quite filling, which often leads to reduced calorie intake. So if you're looking to cut calories, maybe grab yourself an apple. Number 2. Apples are high in weight loss fiber. As we're all well aware, fiber is good for you. It keeps you regular and makes you feel fuller. Well, Healthline lets us know that apples are full of that good stuff. As a matter of fact, they say that a medium-sized apple contains 4 grams of fiber. This is 16% of the recommended fiber intake for women and 11% for men. So, let's do the math. In order to get your full amount of fiber for the day, you'd have to eat about 6 1/4 apples if you're a girl, and 9 1/4 apples if you're a boy. Number 3. Apples are filling. Like we said before, apples fill you up. Not only do they have a lot of water and fiber, but according to the apple experts at Healthline, apples take significantly longer to eat when compared to lower volume foods that don't contain fiber. How long a food takes to eat is another factor that contributes to fullness. Number 4. Some studies have found that they are helpful for weight loss. Finally, we answer the big question about apples, and the answer is yes. According to some studies, PubMed did a couple of studies on apples. One where people were tasked with eating apples, pears, or oat cookies on a regular basis for about 12 weeks. The people who ate the apples and pears lost 2.7 pounds, 1.22 kilograms, after 12 weeks, whereas the oat people didn't really lose any weight at all. So, that proves that apples are good for you and for your goals of weight loss, right? Well, not totally. Even though we love apples, we have to be objective here. Now that we've gone through the good, let's talk about the bad. The bad. Number 1. Apples are bad for your teeth. Yes, while they may be good for your waistline, apples aren't all that great for your chompers. Telegraph.co.uk reports that eating an apple a day can actually affect your teeth and cause erosion. So while they may keep the doctor away, they're going to give the dentist a lot more business. Number 2. Apples contain cyanide. You heard that right. Apples contain traces of the deadly poison, or at least their pits do, also known as their cores. According once again to telegraph.co.uk, apple pits contain amygdalin, a sugar and cyanide compound that ingested in small amounts is easy to deal with, but which can also cause death. So remember when we told you to eat 6 to 9 apples a day? Well, make sure you're not eating the cores as well. And that's about it. Clearly, the goods of the apples outweigh the bads, and yes, it turns out apples are good for your weight loss. Finally, let's finish this video by sharing with you a couple cool facts about apples. Cool fact number 1. Stylecaster reports that apples are actually part of the rose family, just like pears and plums. Bet you thought they were some part of the fruit family, but they're actually a flower. Maybe get your sweetheart a bushel of apples next Valentine's Day. Cool fact number 2. Apple trees can live for more than 100 years. Wow, that's older than the average human. By that logic, maybe some apple trees remember World War II. Cool fact number 3. Stylecaster once again reports that only one type of apple is native to the US. Which one is that? Could it be the really popular Red Delicious? Or maybe the Granny Smith? Nope, it's the crab apple. Gross. Cool fact number 4. Here's another cool fact about apples from Stylecaster. The largest apple ever picked weighed 3 pounds. That's the same weight as a teacup chihuahua. Jeez, that's a big apple. Cool fact number 5. Bet you can't guess which countries are the biggest producers of apples. Give up? Well, once again, Stylecaster tells us that the top apple producing countries are China, the US, Turkey, Poland, and Italy. Hopefully, in the US, they don't count the American crab apple. And that wraps up our video about apples. What did you think? Were you surprised at all about anything? Maybe the health benefits of apples, their history, the most popular kind of apple? Maybe one of the cool facts shocked you. Perhaps you have something you want to share about the delicious, incredible popular fruit. Well, let us know in the comment section below all your apple-related thoughts. Enjoyed this video? Hit the like button and share with your friends. Also, subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Thanks for watching.